So you bet clean dishes. Huh? Where? Huh? All right, all right, all right.
Oh, metaverse, you're gonna come from this.
You good to go?
What? Oh, hello, everyone. While you're here, please remember to like, save, and share. Thank you. Howard will be with us momentarily. Father's duties never stop. Go, dads.
Mhm. You just-
Good.
Are there musical notes coming out of that planet?
Yep.
Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast.
Over.
It's the Howard Hour with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
And that's me. Yo, 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 what's good, what's good, what's good? This is your boy HT, Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. And if you don't know where you're at, now you do. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Howard Hour Live. Yes, 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 man. This is a place for me, exact to just have you to see, hey, just turn up with you guys now. I mean, there's that, man. This is an outlet for myself. But yes, 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 man. Even with this thing that's going cracking, even with the whole week, we made it to the end of another week, y'all. And not even just that, I don't know about y'all, but I'm on countdown mode. We got all XR Expo coming up, y'all, in the next week and a half. Yes, folks. This is a big expo that's going down in Long Beach, California. Man, it's going to be having some of the biggest XR to VR components and investors, not investors, but companies. And hey, Cash is just out there, man, that just want to show what's new in VR and XR, but not even just that. Great networking event. And hey, man, it's one of the biggest in the world, man. And hey, yours surely get to be going to show up there, man. So we're gonna be doing Howard Hour Live there too. So man, confetti in the air with that because hey, 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 that's the only way to grow, man. Hey, just because we do this thing in IRL don't mean we can't do it in the metaverse. That's the real thing about tethering. But not even just that with this whole crazy week, folks. We seen also with this week, man, we had another thing that's dropped that's making history. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably seen them, back in the 90s when they used to be like cops together. Then they brought them back in like the 2000s. And then they brought them back again just recently a couple of years ago to make sure that, like, you know who we talking about. And now I'm talking about the Bad Boys. Bad Boys for Life just came out recently today. Well, for June 6th. It had a midnight showing. And with that, it brought in today, man, Bad Boys 4. Yes, this is in the whole, we can't even say a trilogy no more. We have the fourth installment in the good big franchise that was made and directed by Michael Bay. Yes, the guy that made Transformers, he's the one that made Bad Boys. But also, man, with this new establishment that's coming in and everything, it's showing um with this movie, I say with this adaptation about how a lot of social media approach really helped this movie get a lot of promotion and everything. And I think this is one of the biggest movies I've seen so far that had a social media presence the way that they did. So all my folks, yes, because I will be checking it out this weekend, and y'all can probably check it out with me too, man. So make sure y'all go and check out that new Bad Boys for Life. Yes, 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 with the great Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in it. Man, they got a couple of rappers too that's popping up in there. You feel me? So now, nah, I mean, that's that, folks. I say, man, we was talking about with voices and everything with side with Bad Boys. And then also we talking about with voices that we hear inside our head, and we're not saying it in a bad way. But man, I say voice again. I just wanted to say it 3 times. We hear voices every day, folks. And with voices, man, some of them stick with you. Some of them just go through one ear and out the other. And some of them just be on repeat. And one of the voices I like to say that I keep on repeat is what you hear on that little button that every time I come up here on this stage, I got that intro. man, that was made by one of these voices that I'm getting ready to bring up to the stage tonight. And not even just that, I laugh with his name because he really lives up to that name of being meta and then having a voice in the meta. So that just makes it better, you feel me? But not even just that, we see individuals go into this space that when you first catch wind of them, you think they're just gonna stay in one plateau or just be in one how you want to say one track field. And not even just that, but though to see when they come on this platform and they could go from just being in one track into going in way other directions, and not even just that, then bringing it back to their own huddle, man, that is amazing to see. And I call that growth. And with that growth, man, you got to really have this on this platform because this stuff can leave you swallowed up. This stuff can leave you out to dry, but then also it can leave you to make sure that you find your own voice. So, man, I want to need y'all to put some confetti in the air for man. The one y'all know y'all heard him many times. Y'all seen him around. He did many impersonations. You feel me? But not even as that, he made his own sound with this metaverse thing that you hear him every week. Not even as that, if I'm not mistaken, too, he was just the host of a. They had a musical show. I'm saying a musical show. They just had a musical talent show that just got done doing. Man, and we're gonna probably be talking about that on the stage tonight too. But man, I really need y'all to throw some confetti in the air for the one, the only. Y'all heard him on the intro again. So just like how you have no choice and know you just have to rise and you know that's good, man, y'all need to really put it up for the one, the only Mr. Meta Voice.
Intro music, cueing intro music. Yeah.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
hey,
dun,
welcome
dun.
everyone. Hello, Howard. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me here. And just as a quick announcement to everyone else out there, thank you so much for being in the seats that you are. Those that are not in the seats, Nickel Octopus, can you please go ahead and get into the seats because this is a recorded performance and anything that you say could definitely be picked up. So thank you so much. Well, it's great to be here. I'm going to let you speak now.
He just got off the plane. You see, I just imagine you met a voice. You used to be a flight attendant in the past life. Just like how you just came up like the beverages will be to the side. But no, first off, man, how are you doing? How
Past
are you
life,
doing?
oh my! At that point, was and if you look at your right, you'll see the cliffs approaching very fastly. I'll see you in the next life. I know.
No Twilight Zone flight here. But first and foremost, man, how are you doing, man?
Well, I am great, thank you. It's spectacular to be here. Normally, I'm not on as late. It's midnight for me, but I took a
No, not right now.
nap, a little nappy nap, and now I'm all refreshed. How about you?
Man, I've been good, man. I've been good. I was sitting here. Again, yes, y'all laughing at me a little bit. I said I got the little kiddos in the back. We just got done with doing vacation Bible school this week, so my little one decided to say if he did good the whole week, we have a little sleepover. So we're having that now. And not even as that, man, I'm excited for tonight's show, man. Cause I said this is the second time we having you up on the stage. And not even as that, man,
Yeah.
like to sit here again, I got you on the press of a button like Charlie Angel. I
I
so
have
that-
to redo that button for you. My goodness gracious. I mean, it's been a few years now, Hal. You
Yeah,
think
meta
you would have
time.
messaged me up by now. Hey, look, I don't. You got a wonderful, beautiful set now. Nothing's falling apart. I don't see duct tape anywhere. You don't have to keep using the Goodwill sound effects. I can redo that. But
Oh, so
yeah.
okay, so we got a revamp. Y'all heard that too on the stage. We got a revamp, so man, we're gonna have another revamp intro. But no, so not even just that, man. I say again, like, we had you on the show before, and we was talking about you again, finding that voice with Meta Voice. You feel me? Not even as that. So how has that journey been? Like again, like it's been some time now.
It's been a long one. The last time I was on your show, I think, was nearly almost 2 years ago, if not a year and a half. It's been a long time. And when I was on there at that time, I remember I was on the journey of I wanted to be able to put my voice in as many worlds in the metaverse as I could. I didn't know where to go from there. We didn't know where we were going at that point. We were just like, hey, let's throw a dart at the wall and see if it pops the pixelated balloon. And so I did that, and I've gotten to a lot of worlds as a voice actor. And I've been a voice actor, a content creator, a comedian, an entertainer, a project planner, an event coordinator, a teacher, a lesson planner. And right now, I'm a CEO of a theater and of a company called Comco Theater. that takes advertisements from the real world and displays them within Web3, and then takes things like what you're doing within Web3 and displays it into the real world. So my hands, I dabble in many, many things within the metaverse, IRL, other platforms, cross between. He's definitely paying me attention, those that are watching right now, as he's
Oh,
talking to the side of his shoulder. I mean, go ahead, continue,
oh
Howard. You're
no,
doing.
I'm listening to you.
But the journey has been an amazing one, very fruitful in being able to meet so many talented and wonderful people. Howard, the audience can only see your butt right now.
I don't
There
even know
you
my
go.
thought was turned. I was saying I
You
was
were
drifting.
turned completely
I was
around. I think that in theater we call that was it cheating out. I think. Anyone know that term? Confetti in there. If there we
Shout
go.
out.
There we go. All right. Shout out to those that know. But it has been quite the adventure. I mean, you've been on the adventure too throughout here. Good for you. Any coin to? Oh no, he's back. Any coin? About. It's an exciting episode.
No, I'm right here. So, I mean, sorry for the whole turning around, folks. 5 seconds.
During this moment, I would like to remind everyone at home, viewers, and those within the building to please remember to like, save, subscribe, and share, so that you too can also listen to the wonderful people that come up here. Like next are going to be, well, I can't spoil that, but hi, person that's going to be next. You're going to do great. Just going to keep waving. And they're going to wave back.
Oh, fuck.
I'm waving at them.
Oh,
Still waving.
Well. Meet again.
I don't think he's gonna wave back, is he? Yeah, he's not gonna wave back.
Oh no, I'm so sorry for that. Again, that's but daddy mode. A little one want to sit here and cry over a game controller, and that's crazy. But no, man, with this journey that I'm hearing with you, Meta Voice, like what made you go with intention on finding that journey? Because again, like I say, you started on here with voice impressions, and now you see again you're a hot commodity. Everybody, again, you turn around. A lot of people even have you with hosting. So again, have you with the ad libs. Do that become like an overwhelming factor now, or is that something that you wanted on your plate? Do you like the busy factor?
Well, I used to like the busy factor more than I actually enjoy it as much now. Yeah, the metaverse, the more time you spend in it, the older you get really, really fast. Then you take out the headset, you look in the mirror and go, I don't have nearly as many wrinkles as I should for the stress I go through in here. No, but it's something that I enjoy the busyness of being able to make impacts in the way that I do. But I'm starting to slow down over time now, because before, when it was just a one-man band, that I had to be everywhere all at once, be doing everything. Now I have wonderful people that are part of what I'm doing, that are all taking up responsibilities that I no longer have to do, which is terrific. Because, well, it was terrific, right? The plan was that I delegated tasks off that I no longer need to do that other people can do, and I wouldn't have as many tasks. But, for those out in the audience, Confetti, if you understand, once you start delegating tasks, somehow you just find more tasks. Like, it's as if it just starts to overfill. You put that water in another cup, and somehow there's still even more water. I don't understand it, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
But you can use that as a learning point, though. I mean, how you say with that, because now with that factor, I mean, with all this stuff, like you said, you're building up these walls now that people could break through. No Kool-Aid, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so it brings to a fact, but with that, what you're doing with that factor now, do you feel like that leads to like of a shortcut? Because again, you got all the hard work done. Now, if somebody else come in now and just be like, oh, hey, I see this crack in the wall, and now I made way through it. Do you feel like that becomes like an overshadow factor, or is that, like I said, the point of like just keeping this like power of?
I think it's perfectly fine. I have seen many entertainers come in here, start their own show, and declare themselves to be bigger than sliced bread. And I'm okay with that. They can be. If they want to think that they are the top of the food chain, go for it. Because what I did wasn't to be like, oh, I'm going to be first. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to do this. I am Meta Voice. It was, hey, what if we do it this way? And if we all did it this way, what a better place it could be, right? The impact that you make through the choices that you make in here. A lot of people come in here and they're like, I'm playing a game. I mean, friends are getting drunk, party, right? It takes a very special few to come in here and go, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out what works so that when
Meta,
people
we
come in
love
here that are new,
you. We love
they'll be able to go,
you.
sorry, I thought I heard a cow mooing.
Moo.
Anyways, so so when they get in here, they'll be like, "Hey, so I can do this too," and I'm like, "Yes, of course you can. Please do more because what's going to happen is I don't know everything. And so, therefore, there's no possible way I would be able to do everything. And when someone else comes in and takes stuff that I've done and then being able to work off of that, I, in return, get to improve what I'm doing through the choices that they're making, whether it be mistakes or successes. Because together within a community, all of our success builds each other's successes. At least it should.
I mean, that starts the domino effect of like positivity.
Correct.
And I mean, that's a good format to see I feel on here because again, like how you say, last time we talked, you say you was coming on here with finding ways like, oh hey, this is a arrow again. Like again, you was heavy with the impressions. Now to sit here, you're doing ads and stuff now. I see you sit here talk to the people.
He's wild. I hire him for ads.
Mocha. I'm sorry, this is all really happening, and you post yes live like this. I'm sorry, folks, for this. I'm so sorry, but the show still goes on.
For sure.
but with talking to you, man, I remember getting heavy with the being on the impressions. To I remember you was talking about like, hey, okay, I want to find with ad placement. To now, like I say, you're a hot commodity with it. And I mean, I love to see that growth with it because that shows the jacks of trade. Like it goes from just like again being with funny voices to now you're a household voice, if that makes sense.
Well, a lot of people would say that we definitely live within our oculuses. Our virtual reality has become more reality than our actual reality is, and it's mostly because we get to choose the way that it goes, right? We get to choose the way that it affects us. When in real life, we can't always choose what happens to us there. So that's one of the things about this is that when you start off a few years like I have, when it was just such a niche crowd, a very small crowd, it's kind of like school. You remember being back in school, Howard? And you basically knew everyone that came to your school, and when there was a new person at your school, everyone would talk about it, everyone and be like, oh, there's so and so, oh, there's so and so, right? It's the same thing within the metaverse. When new people come in here to make impacts, the small group of people that live in here and take care of it every single day start whispering back and forth, oh, did you see so-and-so? Did you see so-and-so? So right now is the time to become that quote-unquote household name because Meta themselves are trying to make this product a household product. And with them working so hard on doing that, they're already amplifying what everyone else within the metaverse would be doing and showing the real world. There are a ton of great and talented entertainers. There's a lot of great talk shows.
True.
There's a lot of great game shows. There's a lot of amazing talent within here that definitely needs to be expressed to the world because the real world doesn't always give us the chance to use those talents. It doesn't always give us a chance to shine. And that's unfortunate, but that's just how society is kind of built up today. So VR gives people like yourself a chance to show who you truly are and what you're truly made of. And I think that's inspiring. And that's why I'm a part of this for sure. And the voice journey is just a tool to get me in. It's like it's a key card. I can scan at the door and then they let me in. And then once I'm in there, there's so much more that we can do to be able to influence those that are coming through that door with us.
Again,
I know I talk a lot, but I feel it.
I know, and that stays away from the gatekeeping aspect because how you say it, like it's not sitting here like, oh, this is just the info I'm just gonna keep for myself, or this is just like the radiation I'm just gonna keep on this end. No, like that's how we spread with positivity. And not even just that, when you spread more positivity on here, you could probably have more outlets of people finding okay,
got
what
herpes.
like what
Herpes.
not what choice to go with, but like what avenue they could go with on here, because like you say, a lot of people that put on this headset, we don't know what to do with this platform until we know what to do with it. And then a lot of times you have to go through some like salt and grain, got to get the knees bloody, no Marilyn Monroe. So you don't have to go and find the next, hey, Mr. President, but to really sit here to make an invention like the way that you're doing, I really give big ups to that, because it's hard to do that at a format with that, because you have so many platforms again that can tug at you or so, or not tug at you, but that could make available to you. But then you're like, okay, well, hey, are you doing this because you want to see like my brand with your brand? Or are you doing this because you know what my brand can bring to the table? But then, like how you say, when you have mergers, like I'm seeing you with Soapstone, seeing you again with the Horizon Got Talent, with just
Well, I
that recently.
created Horizon, just Horizon Idol, not Horizon
Oh,
Got Talent.
Horizon Idol.
Horizon
I'm
Got
sorry.
Talent slipped out. So I created Horizon Idol because what I've done, a lot of people think that I'm just a voice actor. Oh, I'm blacked out. Can you still hear me?
Meta.
Oh, I see you in coin mode.
Hold on. I think if I move back and forth with my joysticks, usually it gets me out of it. Anyways, so I might have to leave and come back. Maybe. Can you fill air for like 2 minutes while I leave and come back?
We can run a quick commercial.
Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? At Lux Vision Studios, we're your one-stop shop for building a strong digital brand and connecting with your target audience. We produce high-quality shows in a variety of formats, including podcasts, talk shows, gaming content, and motivational videos. Our team of experts will manage your social media channels and branding, helping you amplify your story and reach a wider audience. We stream content across popular social media platforms and Roku, ensuring maximum visibility. Whether you're a gamer, entrepreneur, or looking to inspire others, we have the expertise to help you achieve your online goals. Here's what sets us apart: engaging content. We produce a variety of shows to keep your audience interested and coming back for more. Social media and branding mastery. We'll manage your online presence and build a strong brand that resonates with your target audience. Multi-platform reach. We stream your content across popular platforms and Roku, maximizing your visibility. Community focus. We believe in fostering a community around your content, creating a loyal following. Let Lux Vision Studios help you connect with your community and amplify your voice online.
What's good, y'all? This is Coda KOD. I'm at the Guardian Theater at the set of the Nurturing Your Creativity seminar. This is on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and this is streaming on Lux Vision Studios.
Hi, I'm Jen Smash, and I'm here at VIP Entrepreneur Academy, where this is a world that you can learn how to start a business. For all you entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a business, this is the ideal place to learn in the metaverse. This is a 9-week course where we go ahead and dissect every section of a business, from understanding your customer and industry to creating your budget for payroll and even taxes. We break down what is the requirements for you to have a successful business. So if you're ready to become an entrepreneur and want to learn the ropes, VIP Entrepreneur is ready to take in new students just like you. You can contact me at vipentrepreneur@gmail.com. See you at the next class.
And not even as that, You were just talking about you made you say Horizon Idols.
Oh, that's right. So a lot of people they straight go to, oh, you're a voice actor because your voice, and I'm like, well, that's only partial true. I'm not as much of a voice actor as I once was. That I do dabble in it, but it's more of I orchestrate a lot of event situations, entertainment, and things like that behind the scenes for multiple platforms. So within Horizon, Banter, Spatial VR Chat, I'm within it all, trying to help orchestrate things. So with the voice work, it's great because people know who I am through it. When I start speaking, I can be in like a full body costume, and people are like, "Yeah, that's Meta Voice." And like, ah, shucks, And I've made avatars before. I've come in here as Mrs. Doubtfire. Ooh, that old woman idea. I tell ya, she's a nice one now. As long as you don't get on her mean side. And so there, I've done that before. But yes, orchestrating shows like Horizon Idol, orchestrating things like featured events, and doing similar things that we are doing to be able to broadcast that out to the real world, get real sponsors in, to be able to show that, just like you are showing people, that can be done. Because that's the phase that we're in now.
Hey, we don't want to have anybody disrupt the experience. So hey, if you can, just put yourself on mute or so. Yes. But no, like how you just saying with that, man. I hate the part I love to hear about that, because how you say, at the end of the day, you don't know who's watching, like what moves you're doing with that. So not even just like what moves to do with that. They can learn. They can learn to follow suit from those moves, and not even as that, like with a platform like this, a lot of people oversteer that because they just want to stay on the one thing about like, oh hey, well, he just only do voice acting. So how I'm gonna take him serious if he's if he has a talent show, or if I'm sitting in that, like, builds with oppositions with that. So it brings me to like one of my final questions with you, Meta Voice. Like how you say you have all this work that you're doing in the metaverse. You have this platform that, again, that you're building. Do you have a stopping point in mind for you, or do you have a goal that, hey, once you get to it, you're done? Or what is your mindset with that?
When I can voice over anime. No, I that's a lot of voice actors, right? But it's really so recently I've been followed by Meta Horizon on social media, so they have their official accounts have followed me. I have been sent notifications by Meta Quest to do some work with them with my content I have made. So honestly, to tell you the truth, from everything that's been coming my way, it's this is just the beginning, Howard, and all the rest of the last couple of years has been nothing but the seed, and now it's finally sprouting roots. So by the end of it, what I will see is that, for me, I want to see the community taken care of, the talent actually nurtured, and the ability for people to be seen that want to be seen and heard to do so, and have a platform to stand on that they can do that. And if that happens, and if I was even a micro fraction of the ability to inspire that or influence any of it in a positive direction, like a butterfly's wings flapping on one side of the world, and then being able to create a chain effect, a huge explosion on the other side. That, to me, is when I can step back and go, you know what, I've done enough. The community's taken care of, it's protected, it's seen, it's heard. I've done everything, and now I can rest. And until then, though, and we've got a lot of time before that, because the community is still within its younger stage of trying to find itself and its purpose in the metaverse. So that's definitely. Sorry, I someone threw up in the audience. And
No, it's like
distracted
like
me.
you say, it's like the age of the Renaissance. That's why I call it with like with Horizons, especially being on here like as long as I have. Like I seen the three different I want to say like the three different changes so far. We went through the, again, like the innovation stage with Meta Horizon, when everybody seen that, oh, you could build, you could do this. When you went to build, you had now everybody build up their civilizations and everything. You went from that to you've seen the war happen. Now with the great war that's happening, you've seen the divide. Now you have all the states and everything getting secreted. You have Confederate over here. You got North. You got it's even to the point now. I say now you're in the age of like the Da Vinci's, the Leonardos. We are seeing the Mona Lisas and everything coming. We're in the age of Renaissance because we have this new crowd that's coming in too. You have this crowd that's coming in that's seeing the blueprint that's already laid before them. Now you have the cats that are studying Thomas Edison, they're studying Tesla, they're making their own brand now from this, and it's crazy to see that again. You have to wait for years for this to happen. So now you can wait a year, just like if you have an ant farm, to see like how much time can change in the course of a platform like this. So no, before I thank you for what you do with this platform, especially to grow on this platform the way that you have been growing. It's amazing to see because hey, you've seen it. They got snakes in the grass and they got snakes in the skies, but still in the same long run too. You seen what Samuel L. Jackson did with that. So at the end of the day, it's about what you present to it, and hey, you're staying presented with it. And so before I even have you like leave the stage, like, do you have any works that you got like that you can tell about the people, or are we keeping everything sneak peek?
Well,
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Pickle Octopus, what are you talking about?
Meta
You've been
voice.
standing there this whole time randomly saying things.
I love you, dude. I'm
Much
just
love.
cheering you on, but
I appreciate it. This year, went through all the wars and stuff like that. This year is definitely the year of collaboration. There are many, many people collaborating that have never ever talked to each other before, even thought of it, and going, you know what, we can actually make something happen. We can actually make something successful by what both parties are doing. And so this year is the year to bring us all together with what we are doing. And with that, I that's why I finally started theater of my own, a company of my own. It is the Comco Theater. It stands for Community Collaboration, because what we do, what I have always done, is collaborate with the community, be able to showcase the talent and be able to get the real world to see what it is we're doing, as well as represent what it is we do to Meta themselves as a company so that they know, hey, we are worth investing in. We're not just a bunch of drunks and drug addicts at a bar that we created with a few blocks and squares. We have purpose.
Well,
so, for anyone that would like to see what it is that I'm doing, or would like to see things within the community, they can always check us out at comcotheater.com. That's theater with an R-E, not an E-R. That's how the rest of the world spells it. And then they can also check us out on social media at Comco and Comco Theater. We do a ton of things within the community on multiple platforms, as well as within ourselves and our different projects that we are bringing to the community in hopes to better help different things that we are seeing. One of the quotes that I have up when you go into the Comco is "See a need, fill a need." I got it from the movie Robots, and I loved that. I loved it because there's a lot of needs within the metaverse, and there's a lot of us that could definitely fill those needs if we took the time to do so. So thank you so much, Howard, for having me on your show. I deeply appreciate it. I'm gonna get you a new one of those for sure.
Hey, I thank you for that. No, when I say I thank you for, like I say, again, when I first started with my show, like I said, when I came about you with the idea about like, hey, I needed something done, like I thank you about with the workmanship that you did with that, because hey, you could have sat here and went Hollywood with me. You feel me? Nah, I mean it's that you're going Hollywood, but you're going in a good way. And I'm not saying you're not going in Hollywood. We don't have to worry about you being on somebody's island. I didn't say that out loud. But we don't have to worry about having, like I say, a name pop up. But not even as that, but to see that growth, like that's amazing to see. Because again, I know you had many dark days on here, just like everybody else, but still the same long where you rose from the dark days to show like, hey, if I could get through this, and I can still remain at a voice. Well, imagine what somebody else can do if they just still follow that same format. So no, I thank you for what you do for this platform. My son is really about to get a butt whooping, y'all, on live camera. This is crazy. And no CPS.
He also thanks me for what I do for the platform. I understand.
Yeah, but I say, so before I even have you leave, man, do you have any words that you could leave up here for anybody that just want to this not follow suit, but just want to make their own format?
Well, In some wise words when it comes to making your own format within here is don't be so concerned about what it is someone else is doing that's similar to what it is you do. Do the best at what it is you know you can do. Because by doing that, you'll shine brighter than you ever could have by just shouting to the world that, hey, I did that. I did that first. Honestly, there is no first. There's only continuation. And all of us are striving to continue to a better future within our own lives. So we need to stop the drama of this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And we need to start the healing of this is ours. This is what we can do. This is what we have.
Oh, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first, man, on the Howard Hour, man. Hey, and what you do for this platform, man, I thank you for what you do, Meta Voice. And hey, any way the Howard Hour can help, let me know. And hey, we will be waiting for that revamp. So hey, next time we probably come around, y'all gonna be seeing, hey, Meta Voice gonna lay something down. But no, big us, and man, y'all show some love to the one, the only Mr. Meta Voice.
And your host, Howard 702LV. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Like, save, share,
Y'all
and
throw some
subscribe.
confetti in there. Y'all seen that. Man, y'all seen Meta Voice that's up here, man, and left that imprint. And man, that's what I'm talking about when we leave voices in this thing that we call Horizon Worlds, but not even just Horizon Worlds, but just in the metaverse in general. Xavier Aiden, if you don't be so kind, can you please come sit right here by your father? Please, right now.
Thanks for having me.
Xavier Aiden, can you please get up right here and sit right there? I'm saying this to you in front of my live crowd out here and say you again. You're taking time away from them.
Going to bed now.
So thank you so much. Please sit right there. But yes, getting back, folks. Yeah, that's the life of a dad. That's the life of a dad. Hey, I'm gonna always have to discipline, and that's what I'm gonna be within. But yes, man. We talking about with voices inside this metaverse. This next voice that I'm getting ready to bring to the stage is not even about with a voice. He made a voice for himself in this platform. And when I say trailblazer status, I get to call this man we used to say label mates or whatever when I used to be signed to a record, but now I can say my production mate. Or hey, we're on the same how you say platform together now. We're on the same network. I can say that too. Shout out to Lux Vision Studio. But not even as that, man, but to really see a person make a innovation move and from that become an innovator, that is something to be really great with on this platform. And not even just be great with, that's something you can grow with. And not even as that, I'm seeing that this man is making tethering moves way beyond just Horizon Worlds. And it all starts with indention that you do. And with that indention, you have to leave that indention right here on this platform. And this man is really doing that. And I see too that, you say, well, you're a force in this thing. You want to make sure that you're a force in this thing. And it's really good to show that. So I really need y'all to throw some confetti in the air. Y'all see this man every week just like you see me. Y'all talk about, y'all be popping with me on Friday. I be thinking he be having Thursday nights popping too. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go over to the next channel that we have. And he's like a host of this good show, great show. One of the shows you see pop up every week, called Horizon Squares. Yes. Really going there. Man, and he got a celebrity square every week too. Man, that is something that is sweet on this platform. And not even as that, I'm so glad to really call this person a friend on this platform, but just to see them grow too on this platform is so amazing. So I really need y'all to welcome to the stage and show some love with me, man, to the main man himself, for the one, the only, Mr. Sherwin VR.
Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast. It's the Howard Hour.
Press the button.
With your host with the most,
Is that okay? I'm cool with the intro.
702LV.
You gotta do a grand entrance.
Yes, man. First off, man, how are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming through too.
I'm doing great. Look, I'm on the West Coast, so I'm not like you East Coasters out here, schnoozing and moozing out here. Um, I'm
I,
still wide awake. We good.
he said they still on early time. I feel that. I feel that. No, shout out to the West Coast time, man. So no, first off, man, how's your night going?
My night's going good. Shout out to some of my friends out here, Goddess, Ferrari. They were working at Cutie's new bingo hall. Shout out to Cutie. I got to stop by there. Look, I love a good. And
Hey,
actually, speaking of 702, when I went in there, the first thought that I had was Vegas. And you're from Vegas, 702. You must be from
hey.
Vegas. So, I mean, you would love the spot because it gave me Vegas vibes all the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Check that out, man. That's gonna be
Yes,
great. So, man, I'm just gonna get down to the nitty gritty.
let's do
I'm
it.
seeing you're on this platform. What brought you to Meta Horizon?
Good question. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm originally from an app called All Space. I don't know if you guys heard about that app. And then it was just a little bit over a year ago, they actually shut the app down. So, we were all in there building, creating. I had several shows that were going on. And then when they shut the app down, the first app that I decided to go to was VR Chat. So I went to VR Chat and I started doing some of my shows there. I did my talk show there. We did a comedy show there. We did a couple of different things. And then I was like, I haven't touched Horizon yet. Like that's the one platform that I just haven't touched yet. So I was like, let's do something there. Connected with some people, and came up with the idea to do Horizon Squares, and the rest is history. So I mean, just want to be because from being from Allspace and then having that shut down, one thing I learned is like I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm gonna try to be on as many platforms as I can, be cross-platform, just in case another one goes down you still have another one, right? So,
Hmm.
I've learned my lesson with putting all my eggs in one basket when it comes
Still
to,
cutting through like machete. Hey,
yeah,
no, I like that. I
exactly.
like that. That shows the initiative mindset, and no, and I mean that's good to have to on this platform. Like, so how did it come about? Like with the business, like I mean, like did you come on here like with a hosting mindset? Like, how did that come about? So again, you came on here like with the Horizon Worlds, so now you're with Horizon Squares. Like, how did that merger like come about?
You talking about hosting in general or Horizon
I mean,
Squares?
that's like just like I say, just hosting in general to that now. Like again, you're a commodity
Yeah.
name now. Like, did you expect for that to host like hosting ability to get to that, or like did that come about in
No.
the metaverse?
I think people find their lane in the metaverse. I think while you're here, you start to learn more about yourself. And this place is, like I say, the land of opportunity. So you find places where, hey, I can have potential doing this. I could be a host, or if you're a singer, hey, there are places for you here in the metaverse too. The first thing I ever did when I came in the metaverse back 4 years ago when I was in Allspace was a musical. Like oddly enough, that's the first thing I ever did. I came in and was like 3 weeks of me being on the app, and I was like, they got everything here, but the one thing that they're not doing is a musical. And why not? Because like this is like the perfect place. You don't have to rent a stage, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
all that
I would
equipment,
love to watch Rain
everything.
on here.
And yeah, exactly. So the first one I did was The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
And it's like one of my favorite musicals. A lot of people know that musical and back in the day. And from then it was like a huge hit. Then I did another one. I did Dreamgirls after that. So I was like doing musicals at first. I was directing musicals. I was like doing all like the production for that. And then I started thinking to myself like, I could possibly do like different kinds of shows in here. So then I started doing talk shows, and then I started doing game shows, and then I ended up having like 4 events every week, like Monday through Friday, once a night, different show, different game show, a different talk show. I was just like booked and busy. So now coming into Horizon, like I'm really focused on Horizon Squares. That's like my priority right now, and I'm happy because I got to focus on making that the best that it can be. But I feel like hosting has always just been a part of me. It was like inevitable for me to come in here and not do something with hosting,
and do
or
you feel like
production.
so with the hosting aspect of everything? So do you feel like you do more of the hosting in the metaverse presence instead of with an IRL aspect, or is it like
Yeah,
about like?
because when it comes to my IRL job, like I work in like healthcare, like I'm in sales though, so but at the end of the day, like that's my 9 to 5 job. That's what pays the bills,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot harder to get And I would love for what I'm doing in here to translate IRL. That's the goal, right? I think everybody would love to continue their passion in the real world. You know what I'm saying? I think that's everybody's goal. But right now, you got to also think about you've got bills to pay, you've got families to support, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that you could just chase your dream. You know how many people you hear about, like rappers or models or anybody in the industry that were homeless for a long time of their life because they didn't have a job or anything to like actually support them or fund them while they were following their dream. I'm a little bit opposite. I'm like, I'm gonna follow my dream, but I also need a 9 to 5 to pay the bills. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna put all my effort into following something that isn't paying the bills right now.
I I'm from my end, I say I go with that like 50-50 because I'm the one, like how you say, I'm the one that would sit there and be, I mean, because there was times that I was homeless doing this
Right.
at the same long run, like at the time when but that was my mindset because I wanted to make this my job. I didn't want to just stay with that 9 to 5 to survive to still do this. Cause then I'm
Right.
like, oh well, that's like, well, what's the point of me working 2 jobs? No, but I said no, big us with that mindset. Cause like you saying that's keeping that circle keep going. But like again, that's why I say with my mindset, I put all my eggs with this bag. That's what I'm able now to do with this Howard Hour. Yes, I'm not sitting here able to get rich from here yet, but that's the game plan with it now because hey, it started when I was only able to get like a little piece of crumbs. I'm at least now able to put some butter on my bread. So, but no, and so that brings me to like one of my next questions with because again, you put a real big point about again having that IRL presence, like again, like keeping that 9 to 5 to stay alive. Hey, shout out to Dolly Parton. Um,
Exactly.
but no, with that aspect, do you feel like that? Like again, because you work with IRL, do you feel like that takes take away though from like your metaverse presence, or do you have a balance that you do with that?
Honestly, I feel like it's the opposite. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll be at work and I'll be doing like promo for VR. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I think it's the opposite sometimes. I think even when I'm at work, I'm constantly thinking of the metaverse and how to continue my business in here. So, to your point, yeah, the dream is we're never going to stop chasing the dream. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's definitely hard to balance, certain situations, but best believe, like, you know, I care about my job, but I also care about what I'm doing in here. So yeah,
Mm.
you'll definitely catch me slipping sometimes and like doing promo or like creating flyers or messaging people, booking people for squares or whatever during work.
Hey,
It is what it is.
no, stay with the word. I mean, and that's how you make your career. I mean, that's that's how you make your career, like not just like with a career like junction, but that's how you make that like that staple. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing with. Because like I say, you're doing like I call it the BF B Pac Man Pro. That's the rapper that's out. He a lot of people like made fun of him because he's a rapper that still has his 9 to 5. He's a postman,
Right.
and again, he has like up to like millions of views and stuff on his video, and he still still sit there and he shows you like, hey, like I'm not a square because I work at 9 to 5. I love to hear with that aspect because that takes time too, like to have that merger and to have that balance. Because like you say, cause you're at work now, you're thinking about the metaverse, but still in the same long run, I know some people getting that be on the metaverse. Like I say, oh man, we got bills coming up, got rent, all this, and that's why I feel like it makes a dent in to like how you say that build platforms, like how you doing with Horizon Squares. Because now with just with Horizon Squares, that no, I know that's just not gonna be your only entity. Like that's what
Right.
that brings me to my next question. Do you see something like do you see anything beyond Horizon Squares? Like what is your goal with this? I mean, with do you want to just stay with the hosting aspect, or do you want to like own a stake in this thing?
Well, I think when it comes to squares, I think I definitely see squares growing. I could definitely see it on, big platforms, streaming platforms. Shout out to Lux Vision because they're already doing a great job of putting our show out there for people to see, and that's my ultimate goal is for people outside of the metaverse to see what's going on inside the metaverse and say, oh, that's cool. We've had like a lot of people come through. We had Vin Rock from Naughty by Nature. We just had John Robinson, Headcrack is coming,
Hey, shout out to
and
Jar.
there's a exactly, and we got a long list of people coming, and I want that to continue. I want them to see what we're doing in here and be like, yo, that's dope, and I think that's the beauty of the metaverse is that you're able to show people things that they wouldn't necessarily, see. I'll give you another example, right? I when I was in Alt Space, I had a show called The Tonight Show starring Sherwin. And it was like based off of, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon that you guys see these
Mm-hmm.
days. Like when I tell you you would come to that show that I did and you would feel like you were actually at the Tonight Show, that's my goal. I want to give you that experience. And one day I had Miss Laura Hayes from the Queens of Comedy in my audience, and she
Oh.
attended it. And she came up to me after the show and she was like, "You know what? I've never been asked to be on the actual Tonight Show, and I would love to be a guest. Like, can I do your show?" And I was like, "Abso-freaking-lutely." You know what I mean? So we connected with her. We had her on our show. That just goes to show you that there are even people outside the metaverse who are like, "Yo, I would love to be a guest on the Tonight Show. I've been in the game for 40 years, and they've never asked me to do it, on ABC, but I can do it in the metaverse." You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the beauty of the metaverse is that you're giving people opportunities to do things they've never done. Love you
Message.
too. Whoever said that, love you too.
Oh, you talking to me?
I heard somebody say love you, so I'll just say love you back to the
Oh,
fan. Who...
well,
No, I'm
no.
just kidding.
Hey, no, that's what. No, you probably hear my little one. No, that's
I
what's
was
up. No,
messing with you.
that's big ups with that though, because that shows like you're looking at the longevity out of this instead of just the right now. A lot of people burn out when they quickly because a lot of people get big headed on this platform so quick. They get that little piece of power, like how you say, with especially becoming a host or
Exactly.
so. I see so
Yes.
many times, especially to become a host, they go in and being Steve Harvey. Now you come out trying to be the kings of comedy, and I understand. Like I said, that it takes time to get to that growth. You feel me? But then some people have like that ability. Like again, they could, hey, okay, now I'm hosting. So now they sitting here, you can have your own show. Because one of the things I say, shout out to Miss Genesee. She had me as a host with a couple of formats on here. One of the first things I was able to host was a show on here called The Stage, and that was like a competition show that she was doing on here. Again, like cats again, like getting down to the nitty gritty, like performing, like with all voices and everything. But that shows the range too, because it shows like, oh, I just can't be up there and be like, oh, hey, what's up, my, or what's up, my, hey, like how Snoop Dogg would say, we don't love them, but like. But you have to get into that persona, like, oh, hey, my metaverse people, all those people that's all tuning in from all across the land. Like, oh, I know little kids are probably even coming in now. So we gotta watch like certain words to say, certain pros. And then I
Right.
started laughing, like, oh, we do have to be Steve Harvey with this, because I remember watching this man again. He cussing all this and that. You feel me? Again, being younger. Now I grow up, I'm like, you see this man on every platform. See this man on every cable channel or whatever. Even like I say, from radio to movie to having your own show, and that shows like if you could get into that range, like again, what you're showing with that, the the sky is unlimited. And I like what you
Mhm.
say, how you own this platform with All Space. You was showing productions to even now again, so you know what eye to have with that. It brings me to like again one of my final questions with you. You have this again. You have this platform. You're building up with it. Do you have a plan of just keeping it in Horizon Worlds, or like what is your aspect with that? Because how you were saying earlier, if Horizon World just want to like act up and glitch out one day, do you have Horizon Squares like ready to pop up somewhere else? I mean, I don't want you to give away all your info, but
No, I mean that's not really on our like roadmap right now. Like we're really focused on Horizon Squares. That's why we're doing it in Horizon. Now, is there a possibility of doing a VR chat Squares? Absolutely. I
oh,
will
okay.
never rule something like that out. But like I said, like one thing about it is I love to just focus on what's going on in the moment. You know what I mean? And one thing about me is I'm very spontaneous and I'm also kind of unexpected. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I want to do this, and I'll just like, it'll be a random idea and I'll just do it.
Mhm.
Shout out to, by the way, I also, while we're talking, want to give a shout out to Mr. RNS in the building. He's on my team at Sherwin's Productions. He's also the co-host and the DJ of Horizon Squares. But, I linked up with him because we were like, I have some video editing background, and I was like, yo, I think
Mm.
it'd be dope to do music videos for people in VR chat. Like people who want to record their own music, or maybe they like a music video out there that they want to replicate, or whatever it is. And we've been doing that. You know what I mean? So there's so many different ideas out there that we want to do, and it's not going to stop just at squares. I want to do as much
Oh,
as I
I like
can
that.
while I'm in VR. So.
Hey man, this man been having his answers written down somewhere. Hey, who been helping him with the PR? No, it's I love that because again, that's innovator status. And bro, what I just said earlier, you're a trailblazer with this. Again, I caught many of caught many of your hosting like shows with the Square, especially I say shout out to Lux Vision. We're able
Yeah,
to
we gotta
watch it
get you
now.
on Squares because I know
Oh
your power went out, but you guys,
yeah,
tune in because Howard is definitely gonna be back on
oh
Squares.
yeah.
You know,
But no, it's amazing to see
absolutely.
because just with that format, it shows like you're not just looking at this with one group, and how you saying a lot of people dissipate from that because we just want to mess with the homies, or we just want to have like our certain clicks or whatsoever. But no, when you're showing the platform, like, oh no, hey, everybody's here welcome. Like, oh no, we're showing like, hey, all the music cats like with how you say with hip hop. And not even just that. Now with hip hop, you got some people who probably watch it with hip hop. You could probably have somebody from Empire. So you got probably Terrence Howard hit you up like, oh, hey man, what's up about this with the Square? Like that is everlasting doors that will stay open, man. And you're on a platform that you're keeping up with that. So no, I say big ups with that because
Appreciate it.
like yeah, it's I gotta say on one of my all my shows, I'm a comic book head. We don't look for these powers with this, and but with these powers they come responsibilities. We don't like want to sit here that's with all the responsibilities, but when we know we're the only one that could probably take care of that responsibility, it becomes our
Hmm.
task. And I feel like, hey, you're one of those people now in this platform that have that task of showing like, hey, this is what Horizon is bringing. Because with this, I said earlier, we're in the day and age of I call y'all with the Renaissance. Y'all, you're having that paint with the brush because you've been on here long enough to see, okay, this is something that I want to have a factor to, or this is something, I want to have my name behind instead of like, I don't know, Christopher Columbus stuff. Like I'm
Right.
sitting here like, no, this is something that we're all searching for together. Just because you
Well,
can have
I
your
will
land right here.
say,
Uh-huh.
and I will say, like creators in this space, they don't get nearly as much respect as they should.
Mm,
It is what it is. People don't realize how much time and energy and money goes into things that we do in here. You see people like show up to the show and they think that's what they're getting, but they don't realize all the hours that's spent leading up to that show, the time,
mm,
the money that you put in, right? All those different factors. And so I just want to give a shout out to all the creators because, like you were saying, at the end of the day, we got to support each other because we're kind of building this app. If you think about it, if all the creators up and left this app, what would we do on Horizon? Or even like you could think
message.
about it on Allspace. Like we were literally building that app. Allspace sold their app to Microsoft. As soon as they sold it to Microsoft, the developers had no part in it. You know what I'm saying? So the creators were the ones building the app. So that's why I have that mentality of like we gotta support the creators because we're the ones building the app at the same
Mm.
time. Like Meta Horizon, like if y'all watching, y'all gotta fix these glitches first and foremost, okay? And
Fix the
then
glitch before we switch.
because right now the creators got work to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're putting a lot of time, money, effort into it, and we want to give everybody the best experience as possible.
I said, man, I'm loving his answers today. He said he was ready for real.
Look, for 4 years, Howard, been on Everybody Talk Show in this metaverse. I think we don't need a PR team here at Sherwin's Productions.
No, like I said, you got to know which words to say and everything instead of just being like, oh, no. Like let's say before I even have you leave the stage, though, man. Like, do you have any words though you could just leave up here for anybody that just want to follow suit with their own format they want to make?
Yeah, I mean, do whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter how crazy the idea may sound. You may be like, look, I've seen it all. Like we've seen strip clubs, we've seen like talk shows, game shows, like we've seen
Mm,
everything in here. You know what I mean? So if you really want to do something in here, you can do it. You just got to put in the effort. You got to put in the time and the work. Nothing comes with just overnight. Success isn't overnight. And although it may feel like that in the metaverse, where it's like overnight fame and stuff like that, because you could literally do something in here and then everybody knows who you are because it's like kind of like a smallish community that everybody kind of knows each other. You know what I'm saying? But like that's not gonna get you very far. If you're
mm,
just doing things in here for clout or just to have your name be known. Like you gotta actually do things that you love, things that you're passionate about, because that's what's gonna take you a long way. So if you're out there and there's something that you want to do it. Put your heart into it. Don't do it for clout. Don't do it for VR fame. That shit's not gonna last you even a couple months. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be committed to what you're doing here. And
message.
yeah,
Well, that boy, hey, I'm saying, man, I just had to write down one of his answers, man. I'm gonna have to use that for a future interview. But
Hey,
no,
you're doing an amazing job. This show, and I was just talking about it with some people before, is, one of my favorite talk shows. I listen to it on my way to work. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're talking about this got to be a podcast too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very like interactive with the guests, and I really appreciate what you're doing. So thank you again for having me.
thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And no, I say, man, y'all heard it here from the main man himself, man. Y'all see what he's doing, and make sure, man, y'all catch him every Thursday night. Wait, what time they can catch you with Horizon Squares?
10 p.m. Eastern, Horizon Squares, Thursday
So
nights.
10 p.m. Eastern, man. Y'all heard that, man. Y'all can catch it too, boy, on the production company that's right here, that's shooting it right now, Lux Vision Studios. So yes. Make sure y'all get some confetti in the air for the one, the only Mr. Sherwin VR. And I ain't talking about Sherwin clumps. I'm talking about, but he's gonna be making these clumps. You feel me? So yes.
Williams. That's what everybody says when they see me. Appreciate it.
Yes. Man. That's how it goes. Man. And that's how you gonna make them goals. You feel me? And shout out to them people that's really making those goals, because that's how they gonna be pros at the end of this thing. And I really thank y'all for what y'all do for this platform, because with this platform, it's everlasting growing. And it's good to be here from the ground zero, because how you said earlier, man, a lot of people do not see this. A lot of people are not ready, have patience for the long days. Like, I got people in here. Shout out to the homegirl Genesee, man. She seen me here from day one. I was in my knees in the dirt. You feel me? To now, I'm able to sit here and do this every Friday night, folks. Able to sit here and do a show every Friday night, folks, for y'all. Even if it's chaotic sometimes, like, get ready, though, I'm going to have to discipline my son. But hey, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're in this life, but not in this, that. They said earlier, when you know this is something for you, it's going to be many days. It's going to be many nights. But that reward of when you seeing that, hey, this is for you, that's the greatest feeling ever, folks. And I'm saying, just like I say, this is for me. If you feel like that is for you, it is. Nobody can never tell you how you feel. Nobody can never tell you if you have amount to this. Just because it's not the typical 9 to 5 to them, and it's the typical 9 to 5 to you, stay to it. Make a better grind with it. Show them like, hey, this is something I can do with my mind with it. And that's what I did with the Howard Hour, folks. So now I'm able to sit here and go to RXR with my own platform now, folks. And it all started within. And if you don't start within, how can you help somebody else get to where they have to get at? You feel me? So, man, I end every show like this, and we always say it. I'm living proof you can do this. CJ Shiloh is living proof you can do this. Sherwin, Meta Voice, Miss Genesee. Oh, I see Dr. Carmer out there. Hey, Mr. RNS. People, you stay true to what you want to do, you can do it. You can be your biggest opponent, or you can be your biggest destruction. And folks, I want to rise to the top, just like how I'm seeing those dudes up there at Mount Rushmore. I want to see that with the metaverse, you feel me? And we can only do it from within. So up until next week, y'all, I thank y'all for being so sweet. Man, make sure that y'all tune in, though, because I'll be saving y'all a seat. But up until next week, man, do something great. Stay great at what you do. Spread love, not hate. Positivity is the way. And this is your boy HT Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid untied shoes. Thank y'all for rocking with me, because I rock with you. Up until next time.
Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? At Lux Vision Studios, we're your one-stop shop for building a strong digital brand and connecting with your target audience. We produce high-quality shows in a variety of formats, including podcasts, talk shows, gaming content, and motivational videos. Our team of experts will manage your social media channels and branding, helping you amplify your story and reach a wider audience. We stream content across popular social media platforms and Roku, ensuring maximum visibility. Whether you're a gamer, entrepreneur, or looking to inspire others, we have the expertise to help you achieve your online goals. Here's what sets us apart: engaging content. We produce a variety of shows to keep your audience interested and coming back for more. Social media and branding mastery. We'll manage your online presence and build a strong brand that resonates with your target audience. Multi-platform reach. We stream your content across popular platforms and Roku, maximizing your visibility. Community focus. We believe in fostering a community around your content, creating a loyal following. Let Lux Vision Studios help you connect with your community and amplify your voice online.
What's good, y'all? This is Coda KOD. I'm at the Guardian Theater at the set of the Nurturing Your Creativity seminar. This is on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and this is streaming on Lux Vision Studios.
Hi, I'm Jen Smash, and I'm here at VIP Entrepreneur Academy, where this is a world that you can learn how to start a business. For all you entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a business, this is the ideal place to learn in the metaverse. This is a 9-week course where we go ahead and dissect every section of a business, from understanding your customer and industry to creating your budget for payroll and even taxes. We break down what is the requirements for you to have a successful business. So if you're ready to become an entrepreneur and want to learn the ropes, VIP Entrepreneur is ready to take in new students just like you. You can contact me at vipentrepreneur@gmail.com. See you at the next class.